Parkour is a sport that attracts a lot of different people, different backgrounds, ethnicity, religions, and of course, opinions. In the early days, there was this group of parkour practitioners that was pretty much despised by everyone, despite the fact they'd done absolutely nothing wrong. Yet the term used to describe them has changed from an insult to nowadays just a general descriptive word. So in this video, you're going to find out what it means to be a parkour purist. To understand the story of a parkour purist, you've got to understand the old parkour and freerunning debate. It's a long story, but basically from the early 2000s to about the late 2010s, there was a big debate about whether parkour and freerunning were actually different things. On the freerunning side, you had the freerunners who thought that they were the same sport. You know, flips, jumps, vaults, swing, climbing, everything was just classed as movement and was just as fun. Whereas on the parkour side, you had the traceurs and later on the parkour purists who thought they were different disciplines. Parkour focused on strength, speed and efficiency, using only the limits of the human body to get from A to B as quickly as possible. Oh, and no flips were allowed, ever. The top tracers were pretty much the first parkour athletes, as they had fairly strict training regimes and they trained for self-improvement and to push their limits. Whereas freerunners were just in it for the fun and being able to do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. There was no sort of serious structure to it. And although the freerunners seem like the more fun, more agreeable side to this debate, it's understandable why the tracers thought the way they did. They wanted to preserve their sport and keep it pure, away from the gymnasts and the trickers who wanted to come along just to put a front flip on the end of every single jump. The tracers wanted it to be a unique discipline that was impressive and beneficial by itself and completely separate from any other sport. And those tracers that were so passionate about this and more opinionated were dubbed parkour purists. The term parkour purist was used as an insult initially, as they were seen as people who didn't want to do flips and have fun. They were just in parkour for their health benefits. However, the purists were happy with this term. They felt proud to be keeping parkour as pure as can be, even if there was a little bit of an attitude of, oh, don't train with him because he's a parkour purist. However, since the parkour and freerunning debate has pretty much concluded with everyone coming away with the same answer as, well, they're different but they're the same, so let's just move on with our lives, the term parkour purist has changed as well. Instead of being an insult, it's now pretty much just a descriptive word for someone who doesn't do flips and has no interest in learning flips. My friend Luke Cavadias in Aberdeen, he is a parkour purist. He's attempted flips in the past, but he's not too keen on them. He doesn't want to learn them. He doesn't want to include them in any of his lines, and he's fine when I do them, and he knows how to spot them if any students want to learn them. So he is a parkour purist. He's someone who does parkour but just not flips. So that's pretty much all a parkour purist is. Yes! So from someone who just wants to keep parkour pure, doing it with commitment to push their boundaries for the health benefits and despising anyone who does flips, to simply someone who just doesn't do flips and doesn't incorporate them into their lines. That is the story of the parkour purists. Thank you so much for watching this video on the history of the parkour purists. Don't forget to like this video and share it around with anyone who you think might be interested. And also click the subscribe button, turn the notification bell so you know when I upload similar videos like this, ones about generic and also Scottish parkour history. See you around.